Straight ahead on 12 News, a charter school boom.
We have students from North Minneapolis, from Robbinsdale, from Crystal, from Golden Valley, from Plymouth, from Maple Grove.
Why some local charter schools are experiencing double-digit growth in enrollment. Then, classmate to the rescue. What happened at Jackson Middle School that has one student giving a big thanks to another? But first, a governor's visit. Governor Mark Dayton makes a stop in Plymouth with a request for something he says is needed now more than ever. 12 News starts right now. Minnesota state colleges and universities are saying, let's make a deal. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Johnson.
And I'm Alexandra Renslow. MnSCU will ask the legislature for $97 million over the next 2 years. In return, MnSCU leaders promise to make $44 million in administration cuts, boost enrollment, and cap tuition increases at 3%. Governor Mark Dayton spoke to a group of college educators in Plymouth today. As Shannon Slatton reports, he says education funding is more important than ever.
Labs like this one at Hennepin Tech in Brooklyn Park are a training ground in the changing world of manufacturing.
There's a skills gap in this state. We're working hard at Hennepin Technical College to address the skills gap in so many areas.
With some of the major players in the medical device industry headquartered in the northwest suburbs, technical colleges have a vital role in keeping that industry thriving.
We have to be responsive to that industry and trying to do everything we can to help that industry to compete globally.
The number one reason that businesses locate here, expand here, and succeed here is the quality of our people and the quality of their work ethic and their work.
Governor Mark Dayton emphasized the need for more skillful workers to a group of technical educators in Plymouth Thursday.
Businesses change their manufacturing processes and products constantly. It's an increasing challenge for technical colleges in Minnesota and across this country to keep pace with those changes, and it takes money.
The governor says MnSCU saw a 15% cut in funding during the state's last budget cycle, and that prevented some colleges from updating crucial equipment.
The funding needs to be there, though, to support buying equipment.
At Hennepin Tech, the cuts meant the college could only buy a quarter of the equipment the school says it needed.
So it's about 25% of that request was fulfilled. And we can't keep current with industry trends out there and build the kind of labs and thus give the kind of education experience to our students without that equipment. So we need that support.
Of equal importance among educators today was the push to recruit younger students. Instead of producing graduates in their early 30s, technical colleges would like to have graduates in their mid-20s. And Mike and Alexander, the governor, says that means putting more guidance in the hands of high school students and high school counselors to kind of steer students toward the technical side of things.
Rather than those four-year schools, perhaps.
Right.
All right.
All right, thank you, Shannon. It's been more than 20 years since the nation's first charter school opened in St. Paul. And now charter schools are the fastest growing sector of America's public education system. That's according to a new report released by the National Alliance for Public Charter Schools. 12 News reporter Delane Cleveland visited one charter school in Brooklyn Park to learn more about the appeal.
You can tell me something very special that's happening this month.
The goal of any school is to provide a quality education for students.
So today we're going to read Thanksgiving is Here.
And teachers at Excel Academy for Higher Learning have tried to do just that for the past decade.
We started our first year of operation in 2001 with 65 students in North Minneapolis.
Sabrina Williams is the founder of the charter school, which is now located in Brooklyn Park, and she's seen the school thrive since that first day.
We've grown from 65 students, K through 4, to now pre-K through 8th, well over 450 students.
At Grandma's house, we help clear the table.
The story of Excel Academy's growth is reflected in charter schools across the nation.
We eat till we're all full at Thanksgiving.
In Minnesota alone, nearly 40,000 students attend charter schools.
After a few years, I could tell it was going to be something special.
Physical education teacher Aaron Germstad has been with Excel Academy since day one.
To see the growth not only in the number of students, but the number of programs we have and the number of activities we have to offer for the students has been incredible.
Charter schools are publicly funded but independent of district school boards, which means that parents don't have to worry about district boundaries affecting their enrollment choices.
We have students from North Minneapolis, from Robbinsdale, from Crystal, from Golden Valley, from Plymouth, from Maple Grove.
As for what's driving them to charter schools, Williams says it's the small class sizes and one-on-one attention.
Students and parents feel comfortable, they feel welcome, they feel like this is their school, there's ownership in the school, so it's not just the district school.
She admits that they've recently had to resort to marketing to recruit students rather than relying on word of mouth, but she says that charter schools have staying power.
It's just a special feel in a charter school that you don't get in most traditional public schools, in my opinion.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
And the report from the National Alliance for Public Charter Schools shows that charter schools located in the Robbinsdale School District saw double-digit enrollment growth in the past school year.
When an emergency happens, you hope the right people are around to help. Fortunately for one Jackson Middle School student, his friend came to the rescue in the school cafeteria.
He was like choking like this, like with the universal sign, and his face was getting red.
7th grader Aaron Magnus stepped in and did the Heimlich maneuver after his friend Malachi France choked on a piece of candy in the school lunchroom. The 13-year-olds had learned the maneuver in health class last year, but Magnus says it wasn't his best subject. He's just glad it worked, and it's brought these two buddies a little closer together.
Because I didn't think like I'd actually know how to do it correctly, because like I was kind of like, I failed the test, but like I didn't know how to do it.
I was happy that he helped me out, and we got better friends now because now I can trust him with saving my life.
The school health teacher says she plans to use this real-life example in her classroom when teaching future students the Heimlich maneuver.
Brooklyn Park Police are passing along a scam alert involving an email that pretends to be from the U.S. Postal Service. According to police, some postal customers are getting false emails about a package delivery. The emails contain a virus that can steal personal information when the link is opened. Police advise residents to delete the messages and report the emails to the Postal Inspection Service, and that email is spam@uspis.gov.
More than $8 million and counting. That's how much money Give to the Max Day has generated as we went to air Thursday. Interfaith Outreach and community partners started the day off early this morning by trying to maximize giving. Volunteers and staff handed out donuts and coffee to donors on their morning commute. Last year, the nonprofit topped the leaderboards by collecting the most money in the state on Give to the Max Day. This year, they want to be at the top again, and as of news time, they are leading the pack.
We're trying to make it as convenient and fun as possible for people to donate on their way to work, so coffee and donuts and an opportunity to drive by and drop off your gift.
Also worth noting, for the first time this year, public schools could participate in the fundraising drive. This morning, Wayzata East PTA won one of the golden ticket drawings, meaning that the organization won an extra $1,000.
Well, if people at your work were a little tired today, it might be because they were up very early carrying out an annual tradition. That tradition is getting in a long line to get a copy of the city's '97 sampler. The artists on the CD donate their music, and only 35,000 copies are sold. As in previous years, thousands of fans line up at Target stores before dawn to make sure they get their hands on one. The line we found in Plymouth wound around the corner and up a neighboring street. Those at the front of the line get there before 5 in the morning, and they make it a yearly event.
So I think we like to be at the front of the line. Everybody comes back and looks at us with awe. These people got up at 4:30 in the morning to be here this early. It's amazing. It's a wonderful, it's just once a year happening for us, kind of become tradition as any of the holidays.
Some people think I'm crazy, but I just come here to buy this. It's a birthday present for my sister-in-law. I've never even heard it.
But most people are there for the music, which does benefit local charities. Sales of the CD are expected to raise $800,000 for a long list of nonprofit groups. And they did catch a break this morning. It was much warmer than it has been in past years. I mean, it's been in the teens, and they've been out there in sleet and rain and all kinds of stuff.
They were bundled up, but not to the extent of previous years.
Still ahead, loud cheers and a whole lot of body paint.
We'll meet a standout student who personifies school spirit. And later in sports, the Wayzata girls swimming and diving team will be well represented at state this weekend. We'll have their story.
But first, it's your AccuWeather forecast. Thanksgiving may still be a week away, but the turkey feast comes a little early for a lucky few.
Each year, Crystal VFW Post 494 serves up a traditional Thanksgiving meal for residents from the Minneapolis Veterans Home. They're World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam vets, and they appreciate the chance to come out and share a meal with each other.
Yes, it means a lot. Good food, good comedy. All the way around everything.
Everybody should get out and enjoy themselves. Enjoy themselves and be happy.
This is the 22nd year the Crystal VFW Post has served up the meals to honor and show their appreciation for the veterans. This week's standout student is best known for what he does for others.
As Renee Bonneau shows us, service and school spirit mean just as much to Will Steffel as study.
The War of Northern Aggression.
In the classrooms of West Lutheran High School,
They're always worried about the number of
free enslaved states.
Thank you.
Will Steffel is a strong student.
Okay.
But after school is when he teaches others a thing or two about selflessness.
I really try and get to all the home games. I went to, I think, 1 or 2 away games this year, if they're around.
During volleyball season, you'll catch him in the stands, helping pump up the crowd and the team on the court.
We have a couple guys who lead the cheers. I'm one of them. I have a nice loud voice. I'm known as the loudest kid at school.
Or freezing at a football game dressed in nothing but shorts and some body paint. The varsity basketball player says it's his way of returning the favor to fans who support his team.
It really changes the game. Like, you can be down by 10 and they start cheering for you and the momentum just switches.
He also makes a point to reach out to others at school or through volunteer work.
I see him as a kid who leads with a servant's heart. We talk about that all the time at West Lutheran. Not thinking about yourself first, but what can I do to serve other people?
While he is an A student, an athlete, and member of National Honor Society,
1808.
Will is most admired for being a cheerleader.
It's always fun to have a littler school like ours have such a voice in the stands, and it really helps the team, no matter what team it is, do better.
In Plymouth, Renee Bonneau, 12 News.
Will plans to pursue a career in marketing or business. Coming up, a world-renowned musician performs in Plymouth.
But first in sports, a local boxer gets ready to step back in the ring and help a good cause at the same time. John Jacobson has that story and more when we come back.
Boxing in a moment, but first, local swimmers headed for state right now.
And a big weekend for the girls in Minneapolis. As we near the end of the fall sports season, the top local girls swimmers and divers are set for the state meet. It runs Thursday through Saturday at the University of Minnesota Aquatic Center. The Wayzata Trojans figure to be one of the top scoring teams in Class AA. Wisconsin signee Emma Paulson won the 100 backstroke and was runner-up in the 50 freestyle last season at state, and she leads a strong contingent of swimmers. The Fontaine sisters, Brooke and Nicole, lead the divers. It'll be a fun atmosphere to be part of.
It's fun to just see all the races and how fast and how much girls want it, so it's really exciting.
The Trojans were 7th a year ago in the team standings, and after a strong regular season and Section 5 AA showing, they expect to be near the top come Saturday night.
I think that our team could get top, has a really good chance of getting in the top 3 at state. However, I think no matter what we end up doing, I think our team will do really well. So,
expectations to swim as fast as they possibly can and dive as well as they possibly can. Our goals are top 3 at state. We want a plaque. We want to be on the podium. We want top 3, and in order to do that, we need to get as many girls back as we possibly can in the top 16, top 8. So.
Class AA diving prelims are Thursday night with swimming prelims Friday night and the finals for both Saturday night. The Class A finals are Saturday at noon. In addition to the state football playoffs and state girls swimming and diving meet, the state adapted soccer tournament gets underway Friday. In the CI division for student athletes with cognitive impairments, Park Center is the top seed in the north section, and they'll play Chaska-Chanhassen at 5 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, Anoka-Hennepin meets Burnsville, Farmington, Lakeville. The semifinals and final are Saturday. In the PI division, for students with physical or other health impairments, it's defending state champion Robbinsdale Hopkins. Mound West Tonka is the top seed. They'll play Mounds View Irondale Roseville in their first game at 5. Also at 5 o'clock Friday, Park Center plays St. Paul Humboldt. Anoka Hennepin meets South Suburban at 6:30, while Wayzata Minnetonka plays Dakota United also at 6:30. Local professional boxer Caleb Truax steps back into the ring Saturday on a card that will help out those in need. Osseo's Truax, who is 19-1 as a pro, will lace up the gloves to headline a card billed as Knockout Hunger, with a food drive as part of the evening. Middleweight Truax meets veteran Michael Walker of Chicago. It's nice to have a good cause to fight for, too.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool to give back to people this time of year when everybody wants a Thanksgiving meal, and we're giving back to needy families. We're asking all the people that come to the show to bring non-perishable food items, and we're going to donate it to the Minnesota Emergency Food Network after, so it's for a good cause. Michael Walker's a tough opponent out of Chicago. He's went the distance with many middleweight prospects in the last couple of years, and he always gives them a tough fight. But we're just hoping this is kind of a launching pad for another big fight, hopefully sometime this winter or maybe next spring.
Truax's only loss was to former champion Jermaine Taylor. He and Walker co-headline the card Saturday night at the Crown Plaza in downtown St. Paul. Fans are urged to bring canned food items to donate that night. He has done pretty well for himself as a pro boxer so far.
All right, thanks a lot, John.
Yes.
She has performed at concert halls throughout the world, has received many awards, and she happens to live in Plymouth.
You'll hear from this prominent Indian classical musician when we come back. You're listening to world-renowned musician Nirmala Rajasekar of Plymouth. She's playing the veena, India's national instrument. She performed Wednesday night before a crowd of more than 100 people at the Plymouth Library. Her performance celebrated Diwali, India's most important holiday, the Festival of Lights. In many parts of India, it's a 7-day festival which celebrates the triumph of good over evil.
Of course, anytime we have a holiday, we eat. And we eat and make merry. We have new clothes, we have gifts, lots of gift exchanges. Brothers give sisters, husbands give wives. So we have gift giving galore, and it's all very exciting.
It is winter in India right now, so you can imagine lights all over the country. There's also firecrackers, similar to the 4th of July here in the United States. And we should also mention Nirmala will be hosting a seminar on Indian classical music with a master drummer from India, and that's tonight, Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It takes place at the Bass Lake Building on Northwest Boulevard in Plymouth, and everyone is welcome. I wouldn't have the first clue how to play that thing.
She does, though.
She's got a lot on it. Yeah, that's great. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Community Corner's coming up next.